There we go. Yay, there we go.
Good morning, y'all. We're going to wait just a few more minutes to let some more people in. We've got a large group today, so we're going to give it just a few more minutes. So come on in, get a cup of coffee, get settled in.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. If you see me and I look like I'm in pain, it's because I have a kitten attacking me right now. So.
A very cute one, but none.
Very cute. You guys can see him while you wait. He's very cute. He is just very aggressive right now. He's eating my hand.
Did he get a name yet?
Yes, his name is Benji.
Oh, I love it.
That's a cutie. I love that.
And you might think he doesn't want to be held, and maybe that's why he's being aggressive. No, he jumps up in my lap and then just attacks me. He wants to be held. He just very aggressive.
So one of the dogs that I'm looking after is a fairly heavy dog. He's about I worked it out last night when I was speaking to Michelle. It's about 77 pounds, and so he ran into my knee last week. And so I was kind of like, okay, cool. Well, nothing. It's your knee. I mean, there's a whole big kneecap. This morning, there's a blue mark this big on my kneecap.
Oh no! Oh, ouch!
I have no idea whether I think he's okay. Like he didn't show any signs of anything, but obviously the ran into was much harder than what I thought it was. And so I was like, oh crap.
Yeah. The big old doggy.
Hey, everyone.
Feel free to use the chat features at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. You can chat with each other and us there, and you can also react throughout the webinar. I think for me, it's like towards the middle of the screen, kind of off to the right, if you want to use emojis. And I'll send a little message in chat so everyone can see.
Right in there. We're all cheering for Megan.
Yes.
I appreciate the cheers.
We've got 19 people in right now, so we're about halfway there. We have quite a few people signed up for today, so we're going to give it just a couple more minutes. We're going to have to update the my webinar pictures because Sully is not that size anymore.
He's now a bigger boy.
I was looking at those pictures yesterday. I was like, oh, look at how tiny. And then he sat next to me on the couch, and I come up to his shoulder. So when he's like, he can turn and put his head on my head.
So you're like, hi, Liffy. Hi, love. Sweet man.
We got Jim and James here. Hello, Jim.
Welcome, guys. Nice to have y'all.
Welcome, guys.
I see some familiar names in. I see Caitlin's here. And Sarah.
Oh, hi, Sarah. Sarah, you don't know this, but I use you a lot in my webinars.
Yes.
In all the good ways.
Yes. And of course, we always get to see Jim at all the Wisconsin conferences.
Yes.
Jim loves Town Web, and Town Web loves Jim.
There we go. Look at that. Hey, everybody. See, we just had some new people joined us.
Oh, hi, Kathy. Hello, Leslie. Good morning.
Hey, Leslie.
Tina, Shauna, it's great to have y'all.
Yeah, we got a couple more joining us now. We got Brad from Black River Falls.
Yeah.
Welcome, Brad.
And Eric, Mr. Mayor himself, is here.
Oh, Eric.
Eric, your clerk is going to love you for this.
Yes.
Oh, it's afternoon where you're at, Eric. You must be an hour ahead.
Well, I guess technically it is where I am too.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm in the central time zone, so it's 11 for me.
That's like the crack of dawn for you, isn't it, Megan?
No, Seth wakes me up at 6:30 every morning. So.
Sure. That's early.
Yes,
Probably wakes me up at 6:30.
We've started going to bed very early, and I feel old since he goes into work so early.
Easy now, Megan. Easy.
Yeah.
I used to never go to bed. I used to always go to bed around midnight, and then now I'm going to bed at like 9, 10 p.m.
Well,
Okay.
hence why 11 o'clock was still morning for you.
Yes. All right.
Well, I think we're there. We're at 22. So there may be a few more people coming to join us. Feel free to chat in the chat. And as Megan had said, go ahead and feel free to react with emojis. We have your cameras off. We have your microphones off. But you are absolutely free to interact with us. We love it when you do. So I just want to, first of all, start out by welcoming y'all. It's our first Wednesday webinar of 2024. It's an exciting day. We are here today with the digital transformation team, your guide to digital government. So today is all about effective meeting management, and we are going to go ahead and get the party started. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michelle Dornaden, and I'm an account manager for TownWeb. I grew up like many of y'all in the Midwest, born and raised, and I have gradually moved further and further south. I know it's the pearls that always give me away, but I now live in the deep south on a tiny island. We are just off the coast of the Outer Banks. We spend our days fishing, surfing, shelling. There's rarely a day that goes by that I do not have these silly little olive shells in my pocket and sand in my shoes. It's my daughter and I and our two fluffy mutts, but we love them dearly. We also have joining us today the fabulous Megan. She is part of our digital transformation team, and we really couldn't do this without her. So I want everybody to give a big warm welcome to Megan.
Hello, everyone. As she said, I'm part of the digital transformation team. Some quick facts about me. I love animals. I just got a new little kitten last weekend. His name's Benji. And if you see me, I told some people that were in here this. If you see me and I look like I'm in pain, it's because he is very aggressive. He's like cute aggressive. Like he jumps up in my lap and then just attacks my hand. But it's okay because he's cute. And I'm part of a big family. I actually have 8 siblings, which used to be a lot more common than it is now. And if you can't tell from the accent, I am from the South and I've lived here my whole life. I'm from Alabama. I currently live in Huntsville, Alabama. If you've heard of the Space and Rocket Center, Space Camp, that's where I live. My boyfriend actually works for NASA here, which is pretty cool. And I love to hike and travel. So, yeah, thank you for having me, Michelle.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, fun fact, Megan and I are going to be in New York together next week doing a conference. So those of y'all that are from that area, we would love to see you. Pop on out and ask us for pictures of our pets and make sure you bring yours as well.
Yes, it's next month, the February, is it the 18th through the 20th, 21st?
21st, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right
So
there in downtown New York.
Yep.
Exciting times. Okay, well, let's get this started. So we're all talking about what we can do to make your job easier. It wasn't that long ago that we were taking meeting notes. For some of us, it was just last month. We were taking them with pen and paper, active listening instead of actively participating in our meetings, trying to write down every last thing that's coming across from the board, trying to keep those notes. If your shorthand is anything like mine, I'm sure that your notes end up looking, well, probably a lot like this. My shorthand is not what it should be. And for me to go try and give that off to somebody else to transcribe those notes, to put them into meeting minutes, it's just absolutely not even possible. The notes are so hazardous that last week, I took notes for something and I had my team thinking that we were going to Hawaii. And really, I was referencing HI for Harker's Island. So the shorthand is not what it should be. But of course, now we all have that option of using our cell phones to do the recordings. You can use it for the digital storage. It's continually expanding. And of course, with cloud space and integration of other systems with different providers, the storage space that you have by doing a recording on your cell phone is almost endless at this point. So I know that maybe y'all hadn't even considered the idea of recording, and we kind of wonder, you know, what are the benefits of it? Well, it's the efficiency, the accessibility, the records, to have those records. We have so many apps nowadays that we're all out there, we're using them. We have the dating apps, dining apps, Google Maps. Those are all our personal records, our family's records of what we're doing day to day, where we're going, what we are doing. And just like that, the recordings that we make for our municipality, that is their digital records. Municipal records are legally bound. They have to be recorded. They have to be accessible to your community, whether it's a board of supervisors meeting, a planning commission meeting, a public safety meeting. It's absolutely necessary that those recordings are there and available to your community. So why do we do it? Well, first of all, quite simply, it makes your life so much easier. You are legally bound, of course, to have those public meetings accessible. And the easiest way to do that is going to be through your website. It increases transparency when your constituents can go right onto your website and see the meeting notes, know what happened at the board meeting last week. They know that there's transparency between yourself, the people that they have elected, and the municipality itself. You don't have anything to hide. And it really increases the level of service that you're giving to your community members. So there's quite a few different tools out there that we can use. Megan and I talked about these a little earlier in the week. Google Workspace. Of course, many of you do have the Google Workspace now because we do our emails through there. So it's not just y'all, it's us as well. We have transferred over to that Google Workspace. We have our emails, and right through there, you have access to that Google Drive. Google Drive is a place to save all your files, the things that you may need to go back and check up on later on, PDFs, scanned documents, perhaps a great webinar that you watched. You can save that right there in your Google Drive to go back and reference later on, right along with your Excel and Word documents. Next on the list, we have the Dropbox. That's another online filing system, very similar to the Google Workspace, Google Drive. It's all in what is working best for you. Trello is a great task manager. Nalette actually uses it on a regular basis. It was the cutest thing she had up there yesterday. There's this hand-drawn sketch of a postcard. And I was like, huh. I said, what is that? That's quite the drawing. And she said, well, actually, that is Dustin's latest design for our postcard that's coming out. And then as she opened that file, you could clearly see that she had listed out what colors she wanted in it, who was going to design it, when it should be designed by, when it would be printed, when we were going to send it out by, and then ultimately how many people it went out to, where, and the results of that postcard when it came back through. So Trello can really do that all for you. They can assign the tasks and put the jobs where they need to go, and you can actively see the progress throughout the time that Trello is used. SoundCloud, that's another one for storing recordings. So your recordings of your meeting minutes you can store on there. As Megan told me, there's a lot of artists that use it for their music, which I would have never known because I'm obviously not on SoundCloud, unless it's to listen to my boss harass telemarketers, because that's always fun. He likes to record those telemarketing calls, and then he posts them for all of us to listen to. And then, of course, our top one, I would say the easiest one to use is your municipal website. It's already there for you to utilize. It has that meeting repository. I know if you have Town Web, you'll see it right there, either on your sideboard or your top board where it's pinned. And the residents and yourselves can just click right on there. It'll open up that meeting repository, and you can find whatever meeting you may be looking for. The beauty of that is when you have those meetings and you pull up those printed files, there is that fabulous Control F, which I didn't know anything about until probably a year ago. But you hit that Control F button and it's a search. It's a search. The F is for find. So say that you are going to, you missed the meeting, you want to know what's happening with the sidewalk renovations. You hit that Control F together, up pops that search bar, and you can just type in there sidewalk renovations, and it'll go through the file that you have up there in front of you, and it will pop up every time those sidewalks were mentioned in that meeting. So there's just so many ways to utilize those online files. Again, I know it's coming up. Why do I want to? I don't want to do this. I like doing it the old way. I like my pen and paper. I know that it's intimidating, and I totally get that. I am not a techie person at all. I work for a tech company, but I'm not a techie person. It can be intimidating, but really you should be doing it because it's available. The whole idea here is to make your life, the life of the clerks, the treasurers, the frontline staff. We want your life to be easier, and that's what we're here to do. Y'all need to jump on board. It's just going to make your life so much easier. The world is changing, and when we need to do that active listening, it's taken away from what you could be doing. If you're only comfortable opening the door just a tiny bit, that's totally okay. The fact that you're here today says you may be ready to get on board and do a little more with those tech programs. It's really all up to you what pace you want to work at, how quickly or how slowly you want to take it. But the beauty of it is that we are all here. We're here to help. Those other tech tools, as we get into them, the Zoom recording platform, that's an awesome one because it not only records you can record it in voice, but also in visual. We use that for a lot of meetings through our teams. I know we often see Megan with her recording bot there comes on, and she records the meetings so that she can go back later. She can review what we discussed. She can take notes. And on top of it, she has those meetings to share with other people that may have missed it. So for y'all in the office, that's certainly a great tool. I know many of you in the smaller communities work from home like we do. But you can do those Zoom meetings, and that way you always have that recording so that if it comes back later on, you have something to reference. And of course, when you marry that with ClerkMinutes, that meeting can get transcribed for you into the meeting minutes. And we're going to delve a little deeper into that. ClerkMinutes itself is, of course, a product from our digital transformation team. We have the brains in the back that come up with these ideas, and they're just absolutely fantastic. It's the easiest way, in my opinion, to make your clerk life easier. You take that recording of your clerks, and before you know it, your clerk minutes are finished in minutes. It's truly just as simple as loading your agenda into our system. You go to your meeting, you take that recording, and then you bring it back. You marry the two, and poof, out come your minutes. It's really just that quickly. We currently have 50 municipalities, over 50, I think now, in 6 different states. It transcribes the meeting minutes with your simple recording, anybody can do it. It doesn't just have to be the clerk. Anybody on your team has access to it. And it's any meeting. It doesn't have to just be a board meeting. It can be a council meeting. It can be the safety meetings. It's really just a tool for you to utilize. Sorry. And right now, the beauty of it is that it is still in beta testing. We are now into the second version, which is awesome. It's improving every time, and it's absolutely free. The only thing that we ask for is that whether you are a town web clerk or a clerk that happens to have, I'm sorry, a website from a different company, you are still welcome to use ClerkMinutes. We load it up for you. And once you get done putting in your meeting each time and you see your transcription, you can go in, you can update it. Sometimes you need to add names. It has a hard time identifying people at times, but if people actually say who they are, then of course that makes it work a lot smoother. And then once you are all done with your updates, you can go in the bottom of it, and it asks for reviews. You can give us a rating from 1 to 10. Tell us what's working, what's not working, so that we can take that to the developers. We can have them work on it and make the system work even better. And I feel like I really just feel like every month it just gets better and better and better. We have people from all over the country using it. One of my near and dear to my heart is the village of Rib Mountain. Miss Lene came to us in an email, and I proceeded to call her back, and she emailed me back, and I called her back again, and she emailed me back again. And long story short, before you knew it, Lene was doing meeting minutes for Rib Mountain. She heard about us at her Coffee Clutch Club. There's a bunch of clerks in her area that get together once a month to discuss clerking. They talk about the new avenues to use. They talk about different things that are happening in villages and towns, how to work with the changes, how to work things better. And they just give each other feedback. It's really an awesome thing. I think everybody should have it. But Lene, of course, heard about ClerkMinutes from another clerk, and she has used it multiple times. She's a very, very consistent user, and always giving reviews. She's not shy about telling us when it worked awful, and she's not shy about asking us for help to improve the minutes that come out. She's actually recently just agreed to do some future webinars with us, so we're super excited about that. She'll be live and in person, so you'll be able to ask her questions. Town of Longview, another one, Miss Heather out there, she has massive meetings at times, and she likes hers very, very detailed. Another point of ClerkMinutes is that you can adjust it from a very casual setting to very formal. You can have the meeting minutes be as detailed or as relaxed as you want them to be. 23 meetings in 8 months. That's a pretty good number right there. And her meeting minutes, she went from spending 8 hours trying to transcribe her notes to having ClerkMinutes take it, read it, print it, and her to adjust it in just 20 minutes. Town of Mills River. I actually just talked to Miss Sue this morning. Miss Sue has taken a little break. She hadn't been using us since September. Because she wanted to go back and try and do it by hand again, see how it was, what the difference was, because she is actually one of our initial users. She started with us back in February of last year. So she's been doing the meeting minutes with us for a long time. Again, she's not a town web customer. She's an outside clerk that had agreed to come in and utilize the tools. And so she took a break, and she said, no, I'm definitely coming back because I've realized over these last 3 months how many hours I have wasted trying to do this by hand. So new recording device is on the way for her so she can hop back into ClerkMinutes again. And this is just to give you an idea. If you'd like to take a screenshot of that, please feel free. You can see different communities that are using ClerkMinutes. Please feel free to reach out to them. They're happy to talk to you. They're happy to help. They're happy to encourage. if anyone has questions, these are some hit ones that are using it as regularly as well, and they're happy to help you guys out with any questions. A copy of the finished minutes. Sure, James, we're actually going to get to that. So we, the big takeaway that we're coming to here is that the tools are out there to make clerk life easier. If you reach out to us, you reach out to your colleagues, your state association, that's what they're there for. They are there to help you, to teach you, to make you indispensable to your team. You are the frontline staff, and we want to make your life better. Now we can absolutely show our magic, and Megan is going to do a little demo. So hands up for anybody that wants to stick around and do a demo. We'll just do a real quick one here, and you guys can see what's happening, and she'll share it all with you.
Yeah. So give me 1 second to get my screen shared. Let me make sure it's the right one.
If you guys have any other questions too, please feel free to pop them in the chat section or the Q&A section, and we'll get around to those.
Okay, so can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit different than Zoom, so I can't see it while I'm sharing it. All right. So if you guys want to try ClerkMinutes.com, or if you want to try ClerkMinutes for free, all you have to do is go to ClerkMinutes.com. And once you're here, you can click on this button, and it'll give you an option to go ahead and upload an agenda and upload a recording. And once you generate your minutes here, we'll actually set you up with an account. And once you have an account, you'll have a whole back end with a dashboard to view all your past minutes you've generated. And you can edit your minutes and download them and all of that good stuff. But just to kind of show you how this works on the Try page, all you have to do is upload your meeting agenda. So I have one saved in my computer. And I think this is from the town of Forestville that I stole from their website. And they're a customer of ours, so it's fine. And then upload a recording. It can be a MP4, MP3, so it can be like an audio or video recording. I think the .mov works as well. And once you are signed up with an actual account, you can also paste YouTube links. So if you upload your meetings to YouTube or you have a Zoom link, you can use those as well. And then it takes a minute for the recording to actually upload. So it has to go through and get all the audio, get the transcription from the recording. And while it's doing that, we'll go ahead and set the length. So you can choose whether you want it to be short, medium, or long. We'll go ahead and say that we want it to be long. And then Michelle had mentioned this, but you can change the tone. So you can do like an official meeting tone. You want it very formal, professional, enthusiastic, casual, and then there's some funnier options like sound like a Southerner if you want your minutes to sound like me or Michelle talking, like a Texan or Wisconsinite. So we're gonna give that another minute to upload, and while it's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the back end of the dashboard. So once we get you set up with an account, you'll get an email once your minutes are done here, and it'll show you the full version. And then once that's done, it'll let you into your account. So it's hosted on HeyGov. As you guys know, we partner with TownWeb. We're two sides of the same coin. We're sister companies. And you have a little Clerk Minutes button, which will be highlighted. It should automatically create you an account. You'll just have like a little login link that sends to your email each time for you to log in. And then you'll have a dashboard that shows all your minutes that you've uploaded. So we can go to one that's been finished. So we'll go to this just like little test one that we did. And we can see here some meeting info. We see that has the video. This is where we would normally upload the agenda if we wanted to create a new meeting. But here we can view the actual agenda that was uploaded. If we need to reorder it, we can if it wasn't exactly correct, or if you need to edit any of the names, you can do that. You can also delete any of these as well. And our minutes will go I think 2 subtitles deep. So you see there's like little subsections here. I think you can have up to 2 subsections. And then when you upload the recording of your meeting, it'll generate a transcript as I showed you over here. And from here, you can actually assign names. If people did a good job about introducing themselves, it might auto assign the names with the transcript. But if not, all you have to do is find where a speaker hasn't been assigned. I don't know if there's one here that hasn't, so we can just change it here to from Dustin, and it'll have a drop down of all of the different names that we've entered previously. And then we can also add a speaker. So we need to go to the departments page and add them as a member of our department. And once we do that, we can just choose their name here. And it'll update all of the times that that person was speaking with that name. So if we change Chief Wiggum here to my name, it'll update all of where Chief Wiggum was speaking to my name. All right, if we go to the finished minutes here, this is where they've actually been generated and we can view all of the minutes. So this is kind of a shorter meeting, it looks like. And if we need to edit anything here, we can to make them ready to be finalized. So we have all the different subsections, Pledge of Allegiance, public appearances. And this is kind of what sets us apart from other pieces of software that might transcribe your meetings. They may even summarize your meetings. We are the first company to actually do it with specifically for local government. So what's in your official meeting format is going to have all of your subsections with your agenda. So here we can see all the different sections and the little subsections. It's going to show when resolutions passed, when motions were made, everything you need for your minutes. And once it's done, as we said, all you have to do is rate your your minutes from terrible to fantastic and let us know how they were. If you had to make a bunch of changes, maybe they're just kind of meh. If like it was just not usable at all, maybe they're terrible. But we'll set it back to, I think this one was a 6 and somewhere over here. And if you have any comments about how it can be improved or what you would like us to change, feel free to add some comments here and then submit the feedback. Now back onto this try page, the recording should be ready. It's ready. So we have, we chose to make it long and we can do official meeting format. From here, we're going to generate the draft meeting minutes and it'll actually let us watch them be written. So yes, it's the Forestville Town Board monthly meeting. So it'll take a second for it to get started. And then it's going to want us to enter in our municipality name, our name, and the email just to be able to set up that account in HeyGov for ClerkMinutes. So we see here it started writing the minutes, call to order, roll call, Pledge of Allegiance. My kitten is back. Verification of public notice, and then the agenda presentation. And then to view the rest of the minutes, we're going to have to enter in our details. So all you have to do is type in your municipality name. I don't have one, so I'm just going to say HeyGov in my name. And then I'm just going to continue writing them underneath, I guess. And then here I can put in my email. And it's still typing them, I guess. It's not done yet. And then if I just want all of these into my email, I can hit continue here. And then it'll send me my full meeting. I guess I can still watch it being written, though. And even on the public comments section, I guess they had a limit of 3 minutes per person, 15 minutes maximum, and it included that. But there were no public comments made. So this is how you would do it the first time you try it. And then from there on out, once you have an account set up, you would just go to this ClerkMinutes tab, click Add Meeting, and generate minutes. And you can enter like a description. So you can say board meeting, a description about what the meeting's about, enter in the date. We'll just say it's today at this time. Choose a department it's tied to. You don't have to do that, but if you want to tie it to the department, and then click Create Meeting and continue to minutes generation. And then from here, you're just going to go and you can click Add Agenda here, or you could go to the Agenda tab and click Add First Agenda Item or Import Existing Agenda. So you can either build the agenda actually in ClerkMinutes and do each line item, or you can upload an existing PDF or Word document agenda. And then from there, you're going to go to the recording transcript and upload your audio or video, or add a YouTube link. And then once you've done both of those and they're done uploading, it'll show you your minutes here.
So Megan, Sarah was mentioning that she uses new business, old business, and then has multiple items under each one. Would she need to adjust how that's done?
We use old formats, new business, old business. Sorry, I'm just going to read the question out. And there may be 4 more items under each. Sounds like we need a new agenda format. As long as the items are under the same subsection. So if you have new business and then there's 4 items under, that's fine. What I meant by the subsections is that, for example, if you had new business and then a subsection of, I'm trying to think of something, budget.
Each has a heading. So as long as each has a heading, she's good, right?
Yeah. You might want to do it like if there's 4 headings. I'm trying to think of how I can show this. Let me share my screen again and just go to the agenda builder, and I can kind of show you what I mean. I guess it's kind of hard to explain. All right, so let me just go to the agenda builder so we can add an agenda item, new business, and just add the item. And then from here, I'm not sure if it'll let me do it in the agenda builder. It might only be able to do it if you import the existing agenda. So let me just import this one really quick. I think it just takes a second for it to pop up. And then I'll kind of show you what I mean. You might have to do the format. Okay. So each of these, you can have 2 subsections. So one subsection could be, I wish it'd just let me add one here. Maybe we need to add that in the future. Payment of bills. Old business as a subsection, new business as a subsection under this. You can do that, but your subsections can't have subsections, if that makes sense. So you could have payment of bills, new business, and payment of bills, old business. But if you had new business and then a list of things under new business, I think that would be too many subsections that it wouldn't read it correctly. Does that make sense? No, my dog's barking at me.
And we should also note that there is constantly upgrades being done. So the more that you use this, the more that you give us feedback, the better, because we truly do take all that feedback. The designers take it and they rework things, they improve things. It's constantly changing to make it better.
And if any of you have talked to Atanas before, kind of from the HeyGov side of things, he will work with you to help you. Like Sarah, for example, if you needed help making a new agenda or seeing what could work, he can actually work with you to make a document. That's
amazing. Don't tell him that. It gives him a big head.
He already has a big head from all the compliments we get. I'm like, I always tell him, I wish we could just clone him. Like make little clones of Atanas because we need more of him.
Yes, we do.
But he is amazing. But yes, he can work with you to get your agenda in a format that ClerkMinutes can read. I'll let him know that you're interested, actually. He just got back from, he had to have some dentist work or something done, but he's back in business now.
How about anybody else? Any other questions? While I have Megan here, it's a really good time to ask.
And if anybody has questions afterwards that you think of, you can always send me an email. I'll actually type it into chat, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But I could probably answer most of the questions you have. And it's just making
the digital transformation is a really big deal to me. I have such an affection for ClerkMinutes. I just feel like it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I wish that it had a way that I could use it to translate sometimes when I'm speaking.
Kelly, as to your question, she said that she believed that the trial is free and what's the cost of ClerkMinutes after the trial period. And right now we're kind of in the phase where we're needing people to beta test it. We're not completely sure when beta is going to end. We're thinking maybe around April 1st. And right now the plan is for it to be $100 a month subscription.
And I would like to point out, we have a customer that has flat out said that if it came down to it and her municipality did not pay for it, she would pay for it out of pocket because it's that amazing.
Yes. No problem. Thanks for the question. Do we have any other questions? Email. Yes, you'll get a follow-up email afterwards, and I believe my email will be included in that as well. Now it's time to let us know.
And of course, as you guys know, those of you that are Town Web customers, if you ever have any questions about anything at all, even if it's not ClerkMinutes, I'm happy to help however I can. If you have questions regarding some of the other items that we mentioned being able to use, we're of course happy to help you in any way that we can.
Thank you, Jim. We try our best. And you will get, Nell did say we will send a recording afterwards, and it'll have mine and Michelle's contact information.
And listen, guys, we know that this can be really intimidating. We get that. But I think that's part of the reason we decided to kick off the new year with this. It's just, it is all about the clerks for us. And of course, that's our little Wednesday up there because it's, you know, the wise old Wednesday with Wednesday webinars. She answers all the questions and she gets very upset if she's not on screen.
Thank you, Tina. I'm excited for you to try it. I hope it works great for you. Kathy and Kelly, yes, Wednesday is so adorable. And I'll put the link in chat just so you don't have to wait for the email to try it. Maybe if I can type this correctly for anybody who's still here. You can just copy and paste this into your URL, and that's where you can try it out for free, and we'll actually create you an account to get access to the backend dashboard as well.
That's awesome, Megan. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. That's very sweet. We do our best.
And we appreciate you a lot, too.
Yes.
You've been very helpful to us.
And by all means, once y'all get up and running on ClerkMinutes, we may be reaching out to you to have your very own webinar along with us.
Yes. Hi, guys. Thank you all for joining again. I
hope y'all have a great day. This was fun, Megan. Thank you.
It was fun. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
We'll do it again sometime if you want to.
Yeah. New York won't know what hit them.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly.
Bye, y'all.
You have a great day.
Have a great day. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, Sarah uses the it's happy day.
Yes.
Oh, great, Kelly. We hope to see you in New York.
Yes. Hopefully you can come to the Towns Association conference training. I'm actually doing a talk there about AI and local government and how to utilize it.
It's going to be good.
I'm very excited.
Exciting times.
Southern girls and their pearls. New York won't know what hit them.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys are going to be like,
I already told Sonia Eleanor to pack hers.
I don't know if I have any pearls. I'm such a bad Southerner.
What?
Megan, we're gonna need
person, actually.
Race Witherspoon.
I'm not like a huge jewelry person.
You will.
Most everyone around here is. Everybody like wears super chunky jewelry, and then me wears nothing.
That's like our baby bows. We all put the great big baby bows on. The
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
Yes, the bows.
They're so cute.
They're so
I
cute.
love
James, you are right. Thanks to Nalette, we could not do it without her.
Oh, yeah. She puts all of us together.
She's the one that makes the magic come out our mouths.
Yes.
No, definitely not. That's all you.
You do a lot of help with getting the presentations together,
Yeah.
the descriptions. I build my whole webinar off the descriptions you make.
Yep, exactly.
All right, guys, I'm going to drop off here. I have a angry kitten who needs food and an angry puppy downstairs who keeps barking. So my animals are stressed.
I think mine are probably getting close too. Thank you, Megan. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. I'm gonna end the recording here. You guys will all receive a recording afterwards. Thank you so much for having us and for popping in.
Yeah, bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.